It's time for New Palestine Dragons basketball on newpalradio.com. Today's game is brought to you by All-Star Turf Management, D&D Strictly Storage, Best in Sight Family Eye Care, Pork Vet Solutions, Hoosier Huddle, Real Life Church, and Catch the Shot Photography. Now let's head courtside for all of tonight's play-by-play. New Palestine Dragons basketball is on the air. From courtside at New Palestine High School, it's time for tonight's Hoosier Heritage Conference contest between the New Palestine Dragons and the new Castle Trojans. I am Andrew Smith. Thanks for joining us on this 1st of December 2020, and as the calendar turns to December, it's time to begin the conference schedule for the Dragons. As New Palestine enters with a 3-2 mark, this is one of 5 consecutive conference games the Dragons will play. This one here at home, the next 4 will be on the road, and so HHC play will dominate the month of December for this New Palestine team. For Newcastle, this is finally their maiden voyage. Their first 6 games were postponed this season, and so they are finally getting on the court and getting a chance to face somebody that is not wearing a green uniform as the Dragons and Trojans do battle tonight. The Dragons coming into this contest off of a victory. They knocked off Whiteland 53-47 on Saturday. It was a game the Dragons took control of in the second quarter, built the lead up to double digits, 45-33 in the third. Whiteland got it as close as 6, but the Dragons able to put that one away and win it 53-47. Grace Marshall had a really nice game, season high 12 points and 7 rebounds to lead the Dragons. Addie Jones had a career high with 5 assists. She also scored 8 points, and Anna Ackerman tallied 9 points in that contest. And the Dragons, 18 points off the bench, and the thing I really like about that one, 18 made field goals, 15 assists. Good ball movement for the Dragons on Saturday as they knock off the Whiteland Warriors. That came on the heels of a brief 2-game skid against 2 pretty good teams, the defending state champs in Lawrence North, and then a really solid Rushville squad that came in on Tuesday night. For Newcastle, it is a young group. They will be led by a freshman, point guard Emma Hart, making her varsity debut this evening, and she will handle the point guard duties for the Trojans, a 5'1" freshman, moving straight from the 8th grade team into the varsity lineup. And it's a young group. In addition to that, they also start a pair of sophomores, one of them 6-footer Sakagawea Watson, and so she provides a little bit of size. They've got a pretty tall front line in Watson and 5'10" senior Michaela McGowan, and a lot of youth as well. Just 2 seniors and 1 junior on this Newcastle roster, and after most of the state was able to get started about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Newcastle finally able to get game 1 under its belt tonight. And of course, they end up beginning with a conference game, as this is a matchup between 2 Hoosier Heritage Conference foes. This is the 11th meeting between the Dragons and Trojans, and New Palestine leads the all-time series 6-4. Of those 11 meetings, it is the 8th consecutive year they've met in the regular season, as they began playing each other in 2013-14 when Newcastle joined the HHC. Newcastle won the first 3 of those meetings. The Dragons have won the last 4, including a 63-49 decision last year at the Newcastle Fieldhouse. Let's give you the starting lineups as the 2 teams are on the floor. The Trojans warming up. The Dragons have retreated to the dressing room to get their final instructions from head coach Sarah Gizzi before returning to the court. For the Dragons, who are 3-2 under the tutelage of the aforementioned Sarah Gizzi, who is in her 3rd year with a 60-20 record, and it's been really good in the HHC. The Dragons are 18-3 in conference play under Coach Gizzi's tutelage, having won the HHC title in 2019 and finishing 2nd in both 2018 and 2020. Dragon lineup will be a familiar one, the 6th consecutive game. They will have begun with Grace Marshall at 1 forward, a 5'8 junior, averaging 5.6 points and 5 rebounds a game. And Addie Jones, the other forward, a 5'6 senior, at 4.8 points and 8 rebounds a contest. She also leads the Dragons with 2.4 assists a game. Faith Hensel is in the middle, a 5'9" senior, averaging 4.2 points a contest. The backcourt, Anna Ackerman, a 5'8 junior, averaging 10.8 a game, and Isabella Gizzi, a 5'7 sophomore, averaging 9.2 points a contest. For Newcastle, under the tutelage of 30-year head coach Molly Swift, they'll look like this. Michaela McGowan, one of the forwards, a 5'10 senior. She is their leading returning scorer and rebounder. She averaged 10.1 points and 7.7 rebounds a game a year ago. J.C. Reeves is the other forward. She is a 5'4" sophomore. In the middle, Sakage Wheel-Watson, a 6-foot sophomore. And the backcourt will be 5'1 freshman Emma Hart and 5'6" senior Mackenzie Bridgman. Bridgman averaged 4.5 points a game last year for Coach Molly Swift's Newcastle team. The Dragons and the Trojans going through their final warm-ups, and shortly we will have tip-off of this Hoosier Heritage Conference game. This is one of 3 games involving HHC teams tonight. It is the first conference game on the docket for anybody in the league. There have been a couple of scheduled, but had not yet been played. Greenfield Central is at Chittard tonight, and Yorktown, also opening its season, hosts LaPel. And so conference play beginning tonight, and then the Dragons will continue conference play on Saturday at Delta. The 2 teams are headed to the benches, getting ready for tonight's contest. We are going to take our first break of the night. When we come back, we'll bring you tip-off and all of tonight's exciting action. This is Dragon Basketball. This is NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Pork Vet Solutions is the best veterinary choice for your swine operation. Our 2 doctors, Matt Ackerman and Dylan Lape, can help you position your pork production system for the 21st century. We provide veterinary and consulting services, herd visits, preventive medicine, and more. Pork Vet Solutions is licensed and accredited in 8 states. Reach us online at porkvet.com or call 623-5132. That's porkvet.com or 623-5132. Pork Vet Solutions, literally saving your bacon each and every day.
At Real Life Church, we've done everything we can to create a place people love so they can experience a loving God. That means we do everything with you in mind. Whether it's our weekend services, our kids and student ministry, or small groups, we really have been expecting you. We've been praying for you, and we're excited about the opportunity to go on a spiritual journey with you. We hope that you'll take your next step and join us this weekend at Real Life Church. There's always room for you.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
It's about time for tip-off at the Dragons' Den. The New Palestine Dragons taking on the new Castle Trojans tonight. Andrew Smith along with you. Glad you have joined us for this one. The Trojans in the green uniforms, white trim, Newcastle written in script above the numbers, and white numbers as well. The Dragons in the home whites with Dragons written across the front in red numbers, red and black trim. Dragons have moved from left to right as you envision this court in your mind's eye. Newcastle from right to left. Our officials tonight are Jeff Hedges, Tim Walker, and Brian Lamb. Sacagawea Watson in the center jump circle for Newcastle. Addie Jones for the Dragons. And it's about time to tip off the HHC basketball season. Newcastle wins the tip. Michaela McGowan will start the offense at the high right. Dragons in their traditional man-to-man defense as McGowan starts the offense right side, loses the handle. It's loose on the floor. Picked up by Addie Jones. One-on-one the other way and travels. Addie tried to go up the left side and burrow her shoulder into the defender, and the defender was not going to give ground, and Addie ended up shuffling the feet. Dragons will show full court pressure, and Newcastle throws it away. Isabella Gizzi picks it off, goes high off the glass and in. Gizzi with the steal in the basket, and the Dragons with 2 quick points after 2 quick Newcastle turnovers. And now we have a third as the Trojans throw it away. So 27 seconds in, and Newcastle's turned the ball over 3 times, and the Dragons have been able to capitalize on one of those for a hoop. Gizzi to start the offense for the Dragons. She'll slide to the left side, explode to the basket, put it up with the left-handed score. Isabella Gizzi has 4 quick points, and New Palestine with an early 4-0 lead. And we have a whistle and a foul in the backcourt as Newcastle trying to solve the Dragons' pressure. And Anna Ackerman is called for her first. And again, man-to-man full court pressure employed by New Palestine. McGowan trying to trigger it in and finally does. Over to the near side. And Mackenzie Bridgman loses the handle. 4 turnovers and 4 possessions for Newcastle. And the Dragons with an early 4-0 lead. Newcastle in a man-to-man defense as Gizzi starts it on the right side, comes across the top, uses Hensel's screen, feeds Grace Marshall, kicks it over to Addie Jones, catch and shoot 3, right side is off the back of the rim, no good, but Gizzi has the offensive rebound. Out to Ackerman, 17-footer from the left wing is a little strong, and the rebound tipped out of bounds to Newcastle. And we have a whistle and a quick 30-second timeout called by Newcastle's Molly Swift. She'll take a timeout, we'll take one too. 6:55 to go in the first quarter. Dragons lead at 4-0. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habing, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
6:54 to go. Dragons inbound to Addie Jones. She scores and draws a foul. The reason why the Dragons were inbounding was because Newcastle, during the timeout, was whistled for a 5-second inbounding violation. Couldn't get the ball in time. The Dragons pitch it into Addie. She scores her first 2. J.C. Reeves fouled her, and Addie trying to complete the 3-point play, which she does. And the Dragons have a 7-0 lead. 67 seconds into the game. Newcastle's Michaela McGowan brings it across all the way to the right side of the lane, loses the handle, clears it out to Watson, right baseline. Over to Emma Hart, right wing, she'll bring it out to the top, come back to the right, Gizzi all over her, bounces it out to Bridgman between the circles. Mackenzie Bridgman to reset the offense, slides to the right, picks up her dribble, top of the key, feeds Watson. Mid-post, turnaround jumper is a little too strong, and the rebound cleared by Addie Jones of New Palestine. She'll dribble her own outlet. Nice bounce pass to Gizzy up the left side. She leaves it a little short with the left hand, and the Dragons, however, get the offensive rebound. Jones explodes the basket, draws contact, no call, and the rebound pulled down by Watson as Jones left it off the bottom of the rim. Emma Hart across midcourt, Gizzy guarding her, bounces to the right side to Bridgman. She holds, skips it over to Hart, left wing. Gizzy on her, bounce pass to Watson. She'll take it to the middle, feed out to the left baseline where Reeves' shot is a little strong. And the rebound pulled out of there again by Addie Jones. Dragons on the run up to Grace Marshall. Right side, goes to the hoop, puts up a shot that won't go. And the rebound cleared by Anna Ackerman. Back out to Gizzy. She wants three. Top of the key. She has three. Isabella Gizzy's got 7. And the Dragons with a 10-0 lead. And Addie Jones with a foul trying to guard the inbounder as she got tangled up with Mackenzie Bridgman. And so that'll be Addie's first. Second on the Dragons. It's kind of one of those wrong place, wrong time fouls as she and Bridgman just got tangled up. McGowan to inbound, picked off by Gizzy. She puts it high off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, but stepped on the out-of-bounds line, or fumbled the ball out of bounds, I should say. And so it'll be Newcastle possession. 10-0 Dragons. We've played 2 minutes and 32 seconds of this first quarter. And Addie Jones knocks the ball free. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Newcastle. Trojans have already turned it over 6 times. And they are really struggling with this Dragons press. McGowan gets it in, and we have a foul, a holding violation on Isabella Gizzy, and that's her first. 3 on the Dragons with 5:27 to go in the first quarter. Trojans inbound to Hart. She'll bring it up on Gizzy. Crosses her over, back behind the back dribble to the volleyball line as she crosses midcourt. Clears to Bridgman on the left side. She holds. Jones guards her. Bridgman cut off at the free throw line on the bounce. Bounces it out to Emma Hart. She'll take it out to the right wing. Bring it to the top. Bounce it back to Bridgman. Tried to feed it back out to McGowan on the right side. She was able to rescue the ball in front of the bench. Launch a 3 out of the corner. It is strong. Grace Marshall has the rebound. Marshall bounces it ahead to Gizzy in the front court. She'll pull up on the right side. Clear to Marshall. She drives down the lane. Puts up a 12-footer. It's strong. And Michaela McGowan has the rebound for Newcastle. Trojans on the run. McGowan gets it across to Bridgman. Dragons got back pretty well in transition defense, so they'll set up the half-court offense. Marshall guarding Bridgman in the high circle. Picks up her dribble, does Bridgman. Hands off, tries to hand off to Hart. Gizzy took it away. Ball was knocked free from Bridgman, however, so she got her dribble back, was able to bring it to the baseline, feed it back out to Hart. It's knocked free loose, but rescued by Watson of Newcastle. 4:20 to go. Trojans in possession. Here's a drive down the lane, and a little bit too strong of a dribble was Michaela McGowan. She lost the handle, dribbled it basically right into Addie Jones' hands. Addie with the steal, and then she was fouled by McGowan. It's McGowan's first foul. And we'll see the first substitution of the game with 4:17 to go in the opening quarter. Rachel Kelly checks in for Faith Hensel for New Palestine. Gizzy to bring it up, 4:10 to go. 10-0 New Palestine. Feeds Ackerman on the left wing. She uses Jones' screen, curls to the elbow, launches a 14-footer. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound tracked down to the corner, and pinball's out of bounds. Last touched by the Trojans, and so possession will stay with New Palestine. Chloe Vaughn checks in for Newcastle, a 5'4" sophomore. She replaces J.C. Reeves in the lineup for Newcastle. Dragons inbound to Gizzy. She'll bring it up front to set up the offense. Gizzy uses Jones' screen to the top of the key, feeds Marshall. She wants 3 left wing. It's a little too strong. And Rachel Kelly fighting for the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Possession will go to Newcastle. 3:48 to go opening quarter. Things have simmered down a little bit. The Dragons still lead at 10-0. We've been stuck on that score for the last few possessions. Newcastle brings it up. Chloe Vaughn tried to send it long. It's picked off by Gizzy. Now we've got a loose ball on the floor. 4 bodies going after it. A jump ball is called, and possession will go to New Palestine, give Gizzy the steal, and that is the 8th Newcastle turnover. And again, the Dragons' full court press forcing the Trojans to play a little bit faster at times than they want to, and has been able to force a lot of turnovers. Gizzy slides to the right side, picks up her dribble on the wing, feeds Ackerman top of the key. She'll launch a three off, and it's an air ball. It's like Anna maybe didn't get her feet set as well as she would have liked and rushed the shot and left it a little short. McGowan to inbound for Newcastle. It does to Vaughn. She'll lob one across midcourt, and it's picked off by Addie Jones. Addie up the right side to Grace Marshall. Baseline drive, strong drive, a little too strong from the right side with the right hand, and Watson has the rebound for Newcastle. Emma Hart to bring it up on Gizzy up the right side. She crosses the timeline. 3:05 to go, and a 10-0 first quarter. New Palestine in the lead. Hart picks up her dribble, tried to throw it inside. It's knocked loose and stolen by Ackerman. 3-on-2 for the Dragons. Ackerman brings it up the left side, draws contact. She won't get the shot to go, but she'll get a pair from the free throw line as she is fouled by Emma Hart. The Dragons force another turnover and able to make some things happen in transition. Ackerman's first free throw is perfect. That's her first point of the game. She entered the day, the Dragons' leading scorer at 10.8 at contest. And it's a 64% foul shooter on the year. She has one more shot coming, and she rattles this one home to give the Dragons a 12-0 lead. Again, full court pressure. Newcastle gets it in. McGowan will bring it up, send a long pass a little bit too far under the basket for Vaughn, so she clears it back out to Hart. Now to the top, McGowan wants three. It's way strong, and the long rebound comes out to Ackerman. 2-on-2, she brings it up, and she traveled. Ackerman felt a defender coming from behind and kind of forced her to drag the pivot foot, so traveling violation gives it back to the Trojans. 2:39 to go. Dragons lead at 12-0. Addie Jones knocks the ball free in the backcourt, but Watson gets to it. Clears it ahead to McGowan. She'll drive up the left side on Ackerman. Drives hard to the basket and draws a blocking foul. She looked like a linebacker going in, dipping the shoulder, and was able to draw the foul on Marshall. So Michaela McGowan trying to get Newcastle on the board with 2:30 to go into the opening quarter. The Dragons with a 12-0 lead. They scored 10 quick ones and have not been able to score a field goal in the last 4 or so minutes. McGowan hits the first free throw to get the Trojans on the board. She has one more coming and hits both. So Newcastle on the board, it's 12-2 with 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Gizzy brings it across midcourt for New Palestine, feeds Rachel Kelly. The right block, Marshall puts it off the deck, leaves it a little too low off the bottom of the backboard. The rebound pulled out of there by Newcastle. Bridgman across midcourt with Kelly guarding her. Picks up her dribble in the high circle and is able to clear to Hart. Hart now in the high circle with Gizzy guarding her. And it's a 5-second closely guarded violation as Hart was trying to set up the offense and Gizzy was right on her. And the Dragons force another turnover. That's 10. Gizzy to bring it up for New Palestine as we tick to the final 2 minutes of quarter number one. Isabella to the left side, picks up the dribble, feeds Ackerman top of the key. Open three in the air is perfect. Ackerman's got 5. The Dragons lead at 15-2. Hart brings it against the pressure. Gizzy guarding her on the right side as Hart curls down the lane, loses the handle. It's stolen by Grace Marshall, and she is fouled as 3 Trojans came in to try to strip the ball free, and Marshall protected it well and draws the foul on Sacagawea Watson. That's Watson's first. 4th on Newcastle. We head to the final 90 seconds of the first quarter. New Palestine with a 15-2 lead. Glad you joined us on NewPalRadio.com. Dragons with possession. Gizzy drives to the baseline. She's cut off by Hart, and that will be Emma Hart's second foul. Hart, a freshman, making her varsity debut. And in a little bit of foul trouble, J.C. Reeves will check back in for Newcastle, replacing Hart. 1:23 to go opening quarter, 15-2 Dragons. Isabella Gizzi inbounds to Rachel Kelly. Left baseline, curls down the lane, bounces it out to Marshall for a baseline jumper that she leaves short. And the rebound pulled out by Chloe Vaughn of Newcastle. McGowan across midcourt, feeds it ahead to Bridgman. She's guarded by Kelly in the high circle. Bridgman tries the left side, bounce pass to Reeves. Gizzi guards her. Reeves nearly lost the handle, tried to hand it off to Chloe Vaughn. It was broken up by the Dragons and knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Newcastle with a minute to go in the first quarter. McGowan to inbound top of the key, extended left side. Gets it into the backcourt to Bridgman. Now to the high left to Reeves. She'll feed it to Vaughn between the circles. Now over to the right side to Bridgman. Picks up the dribble top of the key. She's in a little bit of trouble, able to bounce it to Watson, mid-post right side, and she shuffled the feet, trying to set up her post move. Addie Jones had the defense. And so New Palestine again with possession. Final 40 seconds of what's been a fruitful first quarter. 15-2, New Palestine leads it. We'll swing it around to Gizzi, left side. She uses Jones' screen, will launch a three off the dribble. It's off the back of the rim and then hits the top of the backboard. And so that will go to Newcastle. The top of the backboard technically out of bounds. McGowan inbounds, full court pressure employed by the Dragons as Bridgman brings it up on Kelly. Bridgman across midcourt with 25 seconds. On the high right side, Bridgman into the corner. She's in a little bit of trouble, has it knocked free. Addie Jones tries to pick up a loose ball and does. Jones up the right side with 13, feeds Ackerman open under the basket. She lays it up a little too strong. Gizzi gets the offensive rebound and scores. 9 for Isabella Gizzi. It's 17-2 with 3 seconds. 2. Bridgman gets to midcourt, and the horn will sound as Michaela McGowan tried a half-court shot. It would not have counted had it gone in, and it did not. So the first quarter is in the books. The New Palestine Dragons have not allowed a field goal. They lead the Newcastle Trojans 17-2. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
Second quarter action beginning at New Palestine. The Dragons leading the Newcastle Trojans 17-2. Girls basketball on a Tuesday night. Newcastle beginning the second quarter in possession. McGowan feeds Bridgman on the right wing. She'll turn the corner, get to the baseline, and step on the out-of-bounds line. Turnover to New Palestine. Newcastle has really struggled to get deep enough into its offense to get shots off. That's the 14th Trojan turnover of the game. Dragons with possession. Rachel Kelly on the left wing. Bounces it into the lane in a double team as Addie Jones clears it back out to Kelly. It's knocked free, but rescued by Elena Miller, who's checked into the game. She drives down the lane, and Sakagawea Watson ties her up. Jump ball, possession, turn goes to New Palestine. So Gizzi to inbound baseline left. Isabella looking, skies it out high to Elena Miller, who checked in at the quarter break. They'll work it through. Gizzi to Marshall, left wing. She loses the handle and loses the basketball as she is tied up by Emma Hart. That's the third New Palestine turnover of the game. The Dragons worked it around and got it to Grace in the low block. She just couldn't quite handle it cleanly. Emma Hart across midcourt. Gizzi guards her, bounces to Bridgman, left side. She holds, bounces to Hart, high right. As Newcastle runs its flex offense, Hart's pass picked off by Gizzi. Isabella 2-on-1, feeds Kelly up the right side, layup good. Rachel Kelly has her first two, and the Dragons are up 17. Hard across midcourt for Newcastle. Slides to the right side, crosses over, nearly lost the handle, picks it up at the top of the key. Tried to feed the left side to Blessinger, to Bridgman, and instead it was knocked free by Gizzy and tied up. And possession turned to New Palestine. Faith Hensel checks into the Dragon lineup, and she'll replace Grace Marshall and give her a breather. It's the 5 on the floor for New Palestine right now. Gizzy and Rachel Kelly, the backcourt, as well as Elena Miller in the front court of Addie Jones and Faith Hensel. Gizzy has screens to the left to right. She chooses the right, takes it to the right wing, feeds Hensel, right block, puts it on the deck, kicks it back out to Kelly. It's knocked free by McGowan, and then Kelly picked the ball up and stepped over the midcourt stripe, and Sarah Gizzy is saying, wait a second, that ball was tipped, but it's an over and back violation and the 4th turnover for New Palestine. I think the ball may have been tipped, but Kelly may have touched it before it crossed midcourt and then crossed the midcourt stripe. So Newcastle in possession. Hart to the top of the key. Crosses over, launches a 17-footer. It's a little too strong, and Faith Hensel has the rebound for New Palestine. She'll clear it up the left side to Kelly, crosses the timeline, dribbles to the free throw line, pitches into the corner for a catch-and-shoot jumper by Elena Miller that is too strong from the right baseline, and Emma Hart has the rebound for Newcastle. She'll bring it across midcourt. 5:53 to go second quarter. Newcastle still looking for its first field goal. They trail 19-2. Nice pick and pop bounce pass to Sacagawea Watson coming down the right side, and she draws a foul. And so Elena Miller is called for her first foul, and this will send Watson to the line. Watson, a 6-foot sophomore. And her first free throw is too strong, no good. Watson is the granddaughter of Newcastle great and IU national champion and former #1 pick in the NBA draft, Kent Benson. 3 generations to have played for the Trojans. Watson hits the second free throw. Cuts the Dragons lead to 19-3. Gizzy to the top of the key to Kelly, over to the right side to Elena Miller. She'll bounce it into Jones. Right block, pitches out to Hensel, now to Kelly. Left wing, 3, good. Third 3 of the game for the Dragons. That's Rachel Kelly's 5th point. And the Dragons lead at 22-3. Hard across midcourt for Newcastle. Still on the bounce high circle. It's tipped away by Gizzy. Tipped away again. This one out of bounds. It'll stay with Newcastle. Whitney Miller will check in, replacing Addie Jones in the New Palestine lineup. Whitney, a 5'7" senior. And Newcastle in possession. Emma Hart to the top of the key. Slides to the right side, bounces to the high post to McGowan. She'll feed Watson, drives baseline, loses the handle. It's picked off by Elena Miller. Elena roars across midcourt, up the right side, going coast to coast with the right hand and scores. Elena's got her first 2, and the Dragon lead is 21. Defense turning into offense again for New Palestine. That's been the theme of the night. Bridgman in the high circle for Newcastle, bounces to the left side to J.C. Reeves. Miller guarding her. Reeves in a little bit of trouble, is able to spin out of it. Bounce to the baseline and feed Hart. She'll take it out to the left wing, launch a 3. It's an air ball cleared by Miller. Dragons 3-on-1 the other way. Gizzy drives. Offensive foul. And that's Isabella's second. Dragons had a 3-on-1. Isabella took it up the left side and drove, and a charging foul was called. It was one of those, it was borderline, could have been a 3-point play opportunity, but instead it was an offensive foul, and so Newcastle in possession. It's a 24-3 game. Gizzy stays in the game with those 2 fouls. Emma Hart across midcourt, takes it to the left side, hands off to Bridgman, who'll bring it across to the high circle. Bridgman reverses course to the left side, picks up her dribble, high left, bounces to Watson in the high post, dumps it underneath, and here's a shot from Ava Stearns, who's checked into the game off the bottom of the backboard, no good. A rebound is collected by Watson, and she is fouled. And Faith Hensel commits her first. And so Sacagawea Watson will shoot 2. She's 1 for 2 in the game. 6-foot sophomore, a lot of size for this Newcastle team as Watson banks that first one in for her second point. Newcastle has yet to score a field goal. The Trojans are 4 out of 5 from the line. It's a 24-4 lead for the Dragons. Watson's second shot is in the air and off the rim, no good. Whitney Miller has the rebound for New Palestine. Ahead to Gizzy, she'll bring it up the right side. Final half of the second quarter. Bounces to Kelly. Now underneath, Miller tried to post her player up and lost the handle, picked off by Watson. Hard across midcourt for Newcastle. Up the right side, Bridgman. Cut off at the baseline, and she is fouled as she was trying to pass block to block. And this will be Whitney Miller's first. The 7th team foul in New Palestine, so this will send Mackenzie Bridgman to the line to shoot a 1 in bonus. Chloe Patterson checks in for the Dragons, replacing Faith Hensel. Chloe, a 5'8 sophomore, averaging 3 points a game, had a solid contest in the JV game earlier tonight. The Dragons won 55-23. That improved the Dragons' JV record to 3-2. Bridgman misses the front end of the 1-1, but Watson collects the offensive rebound, scores, and draws a foul. Newcastle's first field goal comes with 3:23 to go in the, or 3:43, I should say, in the first half is Sacagawea Watson, and she has a 3-point play opportunity. 24-6 is New Palestine's lead. Watson is not able to complete the 3-point play, and Whitney Miller comes in to get the rebound. Clears it ahead. Rachel Kelly up the right side. Has her shot blocked, but she was fouled on the way to the basket. So Rachel Kelly will go to the line to shoot a pair. And the foul is on Ava Stearns. That's her first. That's the 6th on Newcastle, so the next one will put the Dragons in the bonus. Kelly misses the front end of the 2-shot foul. Rachel's got 5 points in the game. Has 1 more shot coming. Dragons now 3 out of 4 from the line. And 4 out of 5 as Kelly hits the second for her 6th point. Anna Ackerman will give her a breather with 3:37 to go. It's a 19-point lead for New Palestine. It was 17-2 after a quarter. Dragons with an 8-4 edge in the second frame, which has 3.5 minutes to go in it. Pass to the left side, picked off by Elena Miller. She takes it up the right side and is fouled from behind. As Miller tried to go for the steal and score, and she's fouled by Emma Hart. Now Hart has 3. So Molly Swift tried to roll the dice, especially with her team facing a substantial deficit and leaving Hart in with 2 fouls. But she'll almost assuredly have to come out now for the final 3:25 of the half. Elena misses the first free throw. She's 1 for 4 from the line now this season. Miller's got 1 more coming, and she hits this one for her 3rd points. 20-point lead for the Dragons. 3:24 to go. Bridgman brings it across midcourt. Miller guarding. Brings it back to the right side. Bridgman to the top of the key, lost the handle. It was kicked into the hands of Vaughn, and the Trojans work it to Watson. The free throw line, drives the right side, puts up a jumper. It's a little strong, and Whitney Miller, fighting for the rebound, was able to knock it off the hands of McGowan and out of bounds. It'll be New Palestine possession. Sacagawea Watson has 4 points, and Newcastle really trying to get the ball to her in the post. Dragons with possession. Gizzy uses Patterson's screen, clears to Miller, over to the right side now to Elena Miller. Bounce pass underneath to Patterson, back out to Ackerman. Bounces to the top of the key to Gizzy. She'll feed Ackerman left wing. Bounces to Patterson, post move from the left block. Can't get it to go with the right hand. And the rebound pulled out by Bridgman of Newcastle. She'll dribble it out into the front court to the volleyball line. Elena Miller guards her. Bridgman behind the back dribble, slides to the left side. 5-second closely guarded violation. Good defense from Elena Miller. And the Dragons will get possession back. That's turnover number 19 for Newcastle. Isabella Gizzy across midcourt, feeds Elena Miller on the right side. She'll dribble across the top, launch a two-pointer off the dribble as her feet were on the line. It won't go. And Watson has the rebound for Newcastle, and she is fouled by Whitney Miller, who was trying to dig for the loose ball. And Watson doing a good job of protecting it. And Miller got a piece of the arm. So Watson back to the line for a 1-and-1. She is 2 for 5 from the stripe today. As a team, Newcastle is 4 for 8. Addie Jones will replace Whitney Miller in the Dragon lineup. So it's Jones, Patterson, Gizzy, Ackerman, and Elena Miller for New Palestine. Watson to shoot the 1-and-1 with her team trailing by 20, 2:19 to go. First free throw is good. That is her 5th point. She's got one more coming. Takes her dribble, spins the ball in the left hand, and Watson's second free throw is no good. Off the backboard and then off the rim, and Chloe Patterson has the rebound for New Palestine. Gizzy across midcourt with full head of steam, stops on the left wing, feeds Ackerman. Her pass inside is knocked free and stolen by Michaela McGowan. That's the 7th New Palestine turnover. As we tick down to the final 2 minutes of the first half, New Palestine with a 19-point lead. Bridgman in the high circle, slides to the right side, hands off to McGowan. She tries to bring it across on Anna Ackerman, and Anna ties her up. Possession turn will stay with Newcastle. They maintain possession, 1:54 to go. Opening half, 26-7. New Palestine leads. Bridgman to inbound near midcourt. Bounces it into Michaela McGowan. She'll slide to the left side. Anna Ackerman reached out and hand-checked her. And that'll be Anna's second foul, and we'll send McGowan to the line. And this should be the 10th team foul. And thus, send Newcastle into the double bonus. McGowan's 2 for 2 on the evening. She has 2 points. Her first free throw is perfect. And we have a substitution for Newcastle. J.C. Reeves replaces Ava Stearns in the Trojans lineup. McGowan has one more free throw coming. It's a 26-8 New Palestine lead. And now 26-9 as McGowan drains her 4th point. Dragons push it up. Anna Ackerman feeds the trailer. Patterson now to the left side to Gizzy. Isabella looks to the baseline, picks up her dribble, bounces it to Addie Jones, hooks it out to Elena Miller, right wing. She'll drive to the baseline, look to turn the corner, launch a 10-footer. It won't go, but Chloe Patterson is the offensive board. In a triple team, clears it back out to Gizzy. She drives baseline, puts up a teardrop runner, and scores. Gizzy now at double figures with 11, the lead back up to 19. Second chances have been a theme as well for the Dragons. They've been able to clean up on the offensive glass tonight. Newcastle weaves it out top, feeds McGowan, drives down the lane and scores. Michaela McGowan with a good strong drive, and that ball spun around the rim and dropped in. Dragons push it the other way. Ackerman launches a 17-footer. It's a little strong, and McGowan has the rebound for Newcastle. She has 6 points. She takes it down the middle, scoops it up with the left hand, a little bit too short. Dragons with possession. Gizzy will launch a 17-footer off the dribble from the left side. No good, but Chloe Patterson comes flying in to get the offensive rebound and scores. 30-11 New Palestine leads as Chloe scores her first 2. Final minute of the first half. Bridgman picks up her dribble out high, but is able to clear it to Vaughn. She'll bring it back out between the circles, slide to the right side. Uses the screen from McGowan, tries to bounce it to Watson in the high post. She lost the handle, got it back, and then was fouled as Chloe Patterson was trying to go for a loose ball. And Skagawea Watson will go back to the free throw line. She's 3 for 7 in the game. She has 5 points. Dragons with a 30-11 lead. 21 seconds to go in the opening half of play, and Watson banks it in. Almost looks like Watson is trying to bank it on the free throws. That's the second one that she's banked in tonight. Her second shot. Banks in again. 30-13. New Palestine leads. Watson has 7 points, and now Isabella Gizzi is going to shoot free throws as she is fouled, as Newcastle threw a little bit of full court pressure at New Palestine, and Michaela McGowan commits her second foul. So Isabella Gizzi will shoot a 1 in bonus. She has 11 points on the day. It's a 17-point lead for the Dragons with 18 seconds to go in the opening half, and Gizzi drains the first free throw. Dragons are 6 of 8 from the line as a team. Gizzi has one more shot coming, and she hit about 32-13. Isabella's got 13 of the Dragons' 32. Final 15 seconds of the half as Bridgman brings it across midcourt. Elena Miller cuts her off. Bridgman takes it back to the left hand, now back to the right. Picks up the dribble between the circles. Feeds Watson, high post, shoots over Patterson. It won't go. Chloe Patterson with a rebound out to Gizzi across midcourt. Feeds it ahead to Elena Miller. She lays it up and scores at the buzzer. A textbook fast break. The Dragons go 84 feet in 2 seconds, and Elena Miller with a breakaway layup at the horn gives the Dragons a 34-13 lead at the half. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the D&D Strictly Storage Best Insight Family Eye Care halftime show. That comes up right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Catch the Shot Photography is your hometown photographer. Locally owned by Brenda Adams Turk and David Turk, Catch the Shot is dedicated to providing quality photos of your family, seniors, sports, and special events. We offer custom-designed products including sponsor banners, photo collages, senior banners, and much more. We look forward to catching the shots with you. Contact Catch the Shot Photography at 317-620-1240 or catchtheshot.com. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habing, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
It's halftime, time for the D&D Strictly Storage Best Insight Family Eye Care halftime show. The New Palestine Dragons with a 34-13 lead over the Newcastle Trojans. Let's go over the halftime scoring numbers. The Dragons led by Isabella Gizzi. She has 13 points. She has hit 5 field goals, one of them a 3. She is 2 for 2 from the line. Rachel Kelly has 6 off the bench. That ties her career high. She has a 3, a 2, and is 1 of 2 from the line. Anna Ackerman with 5 with a 3 and 2 free throws. Elena Miller also with 5. She has 2 baskets and is 1 of 2 from the line. Addie Jones had a 3-point play the conventional way for 3 points, and Chloe Patterson has 2 on 1 field goal. Faith Hensel and Grace Marshall, as well as Whitney Miller, have played but have yet to score for the Dragons. New Palestine with 12 field goals, 3 of them threes. They are 7 of 8 from the line. Newcastle has had just 2 players score. Sacagawea Watson with 7 points. She has 1 field goal, and she is 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Michaela McGowan has 6 points. She has 1 field goal. She is 4 for 4 from the line. Mackenzie Bridgman is 0 for 1 from the line. She does not have a point. Emma Hart, Ava Stearns, J.C. Reeves and Chloe Vaughn have all played but have yet to score for Newcastle. Trojans with 2 field goals, both of them twos. They are 9 of 14 from the line. Dragons led at 17-2 after a quarter. They lead at 34-13 now after a 17-11 second quarter. This is one of 3 games in the conference tonight. Yorktown is hosting LaPel, and right now LaPel leads that game 14-7 after a quarter. Also, Greenfield Central is at Chittard, and we do not have an update from that one. One boys game in the conference tonight. Mount Vernon leads Decatur Central 26-11. Next game for the Dragons will be Saturday. They will take on the Delta Eagles at 2:30 at Delta. That will be a varsity-only contest. No JV game Saturday. The Dragons at Delta at 2:30. And that will kick off a 7-game road swing for the Dragons, the first 4 of which will be conference games. They'll travel to Shelbyville on December 8th. And then on December 10th, they will play Greenfield Central at 7:30. That is a schedule change. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then on the 15th, they will travel to Mount Vernon for a Tuesday night contest. And then on the 17th, to Franklin Central. That was a game that was supposed to be played on November 17th, but got moved to December. And then the Dragons will play in the Greensburg tournament on December 30th. The next home game for New Palestine will be in 2021 on Saturday, January 2nd, when the Dragons host Yorktown at 1:30. We mentioned the schedule change on the Greenfield Central game. That was supposed to be a doubleheader, a boys-girls doubleheader on Friday, December 11th. But with, obviously, we're all trying to be safe and careful with COVID. We didn't want the crowds to intermingle as much, the boys' crowds and the girls' crowds. And so as a result, they have moved that to 2 traditional varsity boys and varsity girls games, all at Greenfield Central. So the girls will now play JV at 6, varsity at 7:30 on the 10th. The boys will do the same on the 11th, instead of it being what has become that traditional second Friday in December doubleheader for the Dragon boys and girls basketball teams. And so, of course, the other 2 scheduled changes, the Franklin Central game that was scheduled for November 17th is now December 17th at FC, and the Connorsville game that was supposed to open the season back on November 5th will be on January 9th now at Connorsville. So we're at halftime. The Dragons with a 34-13 lead over the Newcastle Trojans. The Trojans will be at home Thursday against Blackford to open their home schedule, and then they'll host Muncie Central on Saturday night. And had a chance to talk to my good friend John Harp, and he'll have the call of the Trojans' home games and the game on Thursday night against Blackford on WMDH AM. So for the Newcastle fans who are watching and listening, and John will be able to take care of you for much of the season, and look forward to hearing his calls as well. Here, the New Palestine Dragons have a 34-13 lead, and the swim teams were in action tonight against Greenfield Central, and if we get results on those, I will pass those along to you this evening. Also, for the Dragons, the boys basketball team, as of now, they will play. They will not play on Friday night. There is no game on Friday as of now. That could change. Everything is written in pencil right now. The Dragons were supposed to play Eastern Hancock, but there were some COVID concerns with the Royals program, so that game has been postponed. And right now, the next game for the Dragons will be Saturday night at Rushville. Coach Trent Whitaker's team will head down to Rushville. That series resuming after a 1-year hiatus. And varsity tip 7:30 on Saturday night. Mike Petrie and I will bring you that broadcast radio only on Saturday on newpalradio.com. And then next weekend, the following weekend, the boys at Greenfield Central on Friday, and then home against Richmond on Saturday. And we'll have radio coverage of all of the games, home and away, for the Dragon boys, and radio and YouTube coverage of the home games as well. We're at halftime. The Dragons leading Newcastle 34-13. The Dragons have returned to the floor. Newcastle, we are awaiting their arrival. But before then, we will cap our D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care halftime show. We'll come back and bring you second half action right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. With a former Dragon star in Bloomington, all eyes should be on the Hoosiers football program this year. HoosierHuddle.com is a free and independent site that has covered the football team since 2013. They provide roster analysis, player profiles, interviews, game previews, wrap-ups, and more. You can follow them on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle or visit HoosierHuddle.com to keep up with your in-state favorites.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
Time for second half action at the Dragons' Den. The New Palestine Dragons with a 34-13 lead over the Newcastle Trojans. New Palestine held Newcastle without a field goal for the first 12 minutes and 17 seconds of this game. That allowed the Dragons to break out to a 20-plus point lead. Currently stands at 21. Dragons will begin the second half with their original starting five. Grace Marshall will trigger it in to Isabella Gizzi, Anna Ackerman, Addie Jones, and Faith Hensel, the other three on the floor. Newcastle as well with its original starting five on the floor. Dragons in possession as we have returned to action. Addie Jones feeds Grace Marshall at the left block. They'll work it back around to Gizzi to Ackerman, right wing. She'll drive from the wing, have her shot blocked, but not legally. She'll go to the line as she was fouled by Sakaga Watson on the way to the basket. It's Watson's second foul. And we'll send Ackerman to the line for a pair. And is 2 for 2 tonight. She has 5 points of the Dragons' 34. And now 6. Her high-arching free throw finds nothing but net. Anna has one more coming. And she hit them both. So 7 points for Anna Ackerman. And the lead quickly up to 23. Emma Hart, who returns after having to sit with 3 fouls in the latter part of the first half, bounces to Bridgman on the right side. She'll bring it across the top of the key, look to turn the corner, pull up the elbow, launch a 15-footer. It's an air ball, and Grace Marshall collects the loose ball for New Palestine. Outlets to Gizzi. She'll push it up the right side with a full head of steam. Bring it across to the top of the key, feed Addie Jones, catch and shoot 3. Left side, perfect. Addie Jones has 6. The lead is 26. It's 39-13. Emma Hart to the right side. Looks to turn the corner, get to the baseline. Gizzi cuts her off. Hart able to continue, though, under the hoop and clear it to McGowan, who drives strong on the right side, but leaves it a little too strong with the right hand. And Gizzi has the rebound for New Palestine. Isabella bounces to Grace Marshall. Left block. Finds herself in a triple team, and she's tied up. Emma Hart dug down and stole the ball, just tied her up. And because the possession turn favors Newcastle, it will go down as a steal for Hart. And the Trojans with possession, trailing by 26 early in the second half. Hart, the freshman point guard, making her varsity debut, hands off to McGowan. She'll drive the left baseline, go up strong and score with the left hand. Michaela McGowan has 8. It's 39-15. Gizzi the other way, goes coast to coast, puts it up with the left hand a little too strong. McGowan has the rebound for Newcastle. McGowan brings it up the left side. Again, looking to go strong to the basket. Now feeds into the right corner to Bridgman. She takes a dribble, launches an 18-footer, or about an 8-footer, I should say. It's no good. Dragons with the rebound, push it ahead to Marshall. 2-on-1. Grace, offensive foul. Mackenzie Bridgman saw Marshall coming, and she set herself, and Grace plowed into her. That'll be Grace's second foul, the 9th on the Dragons, or the 9th turnover on the Dragons, I should say. It's their first at the half. And Newcastle in possession, trailing by 24. McGowan slides to the right side. Illegal screen, however, is what freed her. And so we have a whistle and an offensive foul on Newcastle. And Sacagawea Watson is called for her third. It's the 20th Newcastle turnover. Dragons in possession. Addie Jones on the left side. Brings it to the free throw line. Pitches out to Ackerman. She'll clear it into the left corner to Marshall. Grace takes it from the corner down to the lane. Has her shot recycled by Watson. Faith Hensel collects the loose ball and scores uncontested from the left side right under the rim. Hensel has her first two, and the lead back up to 26. Newcastle in possession. Hart trying to hand it off. The Dragons are cutting off all of her avenues, so she bounces to Watson, right block. She goes up strong with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Got her own rebound on the left side. Faces up Hensel. Puts up shot high off the glass and in. Watson has her 9th point. It's 41-17. Dragons push it across midcourt. Feed Marshall. Trailer 3. Too strong, and Emma Hart has the rebound for Newcastle. Hart across the top, feeds to the right side to Bridgman. It was knocked free by Jones, but Bridgman recovers and tries to dump it inside to Watson, but Jones showing some soccer skill. Stuck the foot out there and broke up the pass, and that's a violation, so Newcastle will maintain possession. Coach Sarah Gizzi goes to the bench for the first time in the second half. Corinne Marshall makes her first appearance, a 5'7" freshman. Replaces Faith Hensel in the New Palestine lineup. Long inbounds pass to Watson, catches in the left block and scores. A good feed from Bridgman on the opposite side of the floor. Watson's in double figures with 11. It's 41-19. Addie Jones drives left baseline, cut off at the block. Outlets to Marshall. She'll drive, have her shot blocked. It's loose. Taken away by Newcastle. 2-on-1 for J.C. Reeves up the left side. She drives and is a little too strong. And then the rebound taken out of there by Addie Jones. Feeds ahead to Grace Marshall, who was all alone behind the defense. The defense came and fouled her, however. And so Grace Marshall will go to the line to shoot a pair as Sacagawea Watson commits her 4th foul. The pass got to Marshall when she was about 15 feet behind every defender and just had to wait for that ball to come on the baseline. And Newcastle was rushing back, and Watson ended up fouling her. So Marshall hits the first free throw. Morley Blessinger will make her first appearance in the game, replacing Watson, who sits with 4 fouls. Grace hits the first, misses the second, but Addie Jones gets the offensive rebound and clears it out to Grace Marshall. She'll bring it at the free throw line. Feed Ackerman, right corner 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound off the floor, collected by Emma Hart of Newcastle. 4:17 to go, third quarter. Hart to the right side. Will launch a 3 off the dribble, and Addie Jones blocked it. It's loose, and Addie collects the loose ball. Addie pushes it up the floor to Ackerman, 3-on-1. Anna drives and scores. Ackerman's got 9. A 50-foot pass from Addie Jones. The lead back up to 25 for New Palestine. Emma Hart for Newcastle on the bounce left side, guarded by Gizzi. Uses the screen from McGowan as she reverses course to the high left side, picks up her dribble in a little bit of trouble, is able to hand off to McGowan. She'll drive it to the baseline all the way from the top. And a hand-checking foul is called on Anna Ackerman, who is defending her on the drive. Substitution for New Palestine, Rachel Kelly gives Isabella Gizzi a breather. And also Chloe Vaughn checks in for Newcastle. 3:43 to go, third quarter. It's a 44-19 New Palestine lead. Bridgman to inbound under the basket, skies it to Blessinger on the left side. She'll bring it across the top, pick up the dribble, and bounce it to Hart. She dribbles to the right side, clears it back out to McGowan, right wing. Ackerman guarding her. McGowan to the top of the key on the bounce, takes it over to the right hand, uses a screen, launches a 3 off the dribble. It's halfway down the basket and out. And Rachel Kelly has the rebound ahead to Ackerman. She splits a double team, can't get the shot to go, but she'll go to the line. And she was fouled on the way to the hoop. This foul will be the first on Mackenzie Bridgman. It's 4 on Newcastle in this half. Anna Ackerman to the line to shoot a pair. She has 9 points on the night, looking to become the second Dragon in double figures. And she does just that as she hits the first free throw. Anna now 5 for 5 from the stripe. Isabella Gizzi has 13. Anna Ackerman has 10. Substitution for the Dragons, Elena Miller replaces Grace Marshall in the New Palestine lineup. Eight Dragons have scored in this game out of the 10 who have played. Anna hits both free throws. She's got 11. She's now 6 of 6 from the line. 46-19, New Palestine with its biggest lead of the night. Emma Hart across the top, guarded by Kelly. Slides to the left side. Tries to use the screen from McGowan. They'll weave it around to Bridgman. She'll take it over to the left wing. Reverse course, back to the right. Takes it down the right side, right down the middle. Teardrop runner won't go. And the rebound pulled out by Elena Miller. She's having trouble securing it. It was knocked out of her hands and out of bounds by Chloe Vaughn. Possession will go to New Palestine on the out of bounds. Inbounds pass to Rachel Kelly. Vaughn was all over her, knocked it free, but Kelly gets it back. Kelly across midcourt, feeds Elena Miller. She'll take it to the free throw line, lose the handle, get it back. Clear it to Addie Jones, down to the right wing for Ackerman. Her three's in the air and spins no good. And Chloe Vaughn with a rebound for Newcastle. And here's a pass long ahead to Blessinger, and Addie Jones fouled her. There's a good look from Emma Hart from the backcourt, a 60-foot pass to Blessinger under the basket. And Addie Jones commits her second foul. Morley Blessinger to the line. She played a lot in the junior varsity game earlier. She's a 5'4" freshman and scores her first high school varsity point with the free throw. Becomes the third Trojan to score in this game. Watson's got 11, McGowan has 10, and Blessinger has 1, and now 2, as that second free throw hits the back of the rim, went straight up in the air and dropped in. Molly Swift wants a timeout. We'll take 1-2. 2:36 to go in quarter number 3. Dragons 46, Trojans 21. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
At Real Life Church, we've done everything we can to create a place people love so they can experience a loving God. That means we do everything with you in mind. Whether it's our weekend services, our kids and student ministry, or small groups, we really have been expecting you. We've been praying for you, and we're excited about the opportunity to go on a spiritual journey with you. We hope that you'll take your next step and join us this weekend at Real Life Church. There's always room for you.
Catch the Shot Photography is your hometown photographer. Locally owned by Brenda Adams Turk and David Turk, Catch the Shot is dedicated to providing quality photos of your family, seniors, sports, and special events. We offer custom designed products including sponsor banners, photo collages, senior banners, and much more. We look forward to catching the shots with you. Contact Catch the Shot Photography at 317-620-1240 or catchtheshot.com.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
Newcastle employing full court pressure against New Palestine. Rachel Kelly feeds it ahead to Ackerman, ahead to Elena Miller. Bounce pass, Addie Jones, right side, scoop shot, good. Dragons with a textbook press break, and Addie Jones scores her 8th point. The lead back up to 27 at 48-21. Emma Hart slows things down for Newcastle, takes it to the right side, tried to bounce it underneath on a backdoor feed, but it was knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Newcastle. Substitution for Newcastle, Ava Stearns checks back in, a 5'6" sophomore. Out of the 10 players dressed for Newcastle tonight, just 2 seniors and 1 junior. Very young team. Here's a shot that was partially blocked. McGowan tracks it down. She'll drive in, split a double team, and draw a foul from the left wing. And so McGowan will go back to the line where she's 4 for 4 tonight. Addie Jones commits her 3rd foul. That's number 4 on the Dragons this half. McGowan is 4 for 4, as we just mentioned, and now 5 for 5, as that one hits the front of the rim and gets the shooter's roll. That's her 9th point. She's trying to become the 2nd Trojan in double figures. And she does not, as she misses the 2nd off the back of the rim. Addie Jones clears the rebound, pushes it up the right side, feeds Rachel Kelly down the left side of the lane. Her shot a little too strong. Corinne Marshall has the rebound, and she's surrounded by 4 Trojans, and one of them grabbed her arm as Corinne was trying to go back up. And Ava Stearns is the one who was called for the foul. It's on the floor, 5th team foul, so the Dragons will inbound baseline right. Kelly into Jones, she scores. Addie Jones does such a good job of posting up and getting free on inbounds plays, and now she's the 3rd Dragon in double figures with 10. 50-22 is our score. Newcastle weaves it out top. Stearns loses the handle. It's loose on the floor. Addie Jones is able to tie up Mackenzie Bridgman, and that's the possession turn favoring New Palestine. J.C. Reeves will return to the Newcastle lineup, giving Emma Hart a break. 98 seconds to go. Just the 21st Newcastle turnover. They had 10 in the first quarter, so done a much better job of taking care of the ball here lately. Actually, they had 13 in the first quarter. Dragons work it to Addie Jones. Right block. Her shot won't go. Ackerman tries to secure the rebound, but she saved it into the hands of Vaughn. She'll go coast to coast. Put it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped into the hands of Elena Miller. Now the Dragons want to run 2-on-1. Miller pull-up jumper. Right side is around and no good from 10. And Chloe Vaughn has the rebound for Newcastle. They'll slow things down as McGowan brings it across midcourt. 1:05 to go in the third quarter. McGowan working on Ackerman right side. Uses the screen. Takes it down the left side of the lane. And Addie Jones is going to be called for a blocking foul. Dragon fans don't like that one. Addie looked like she was set, but moved at the end of the contact, so Addie has 4. She comes over to the bench, and Sarah Gizzi says, well, you can stay out there. You're good. Just don't commit another one. 58 seconds to go. Newcastle in possession. Bridgman on the left side. Feeds into the corner for McGowan. She'll launch a 3 out of the left corner. It's no good. Corinne Marshall collects the rebound. She'll hook it out to Kelly. 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Rachel Kelly across midcourt on the bounce. To the top of the key. Down the lane. Scoops it up with a right hand. Gets the shot to go and draws the foul. Nobody picked her up. And so Rachel just kept on going all the way to the hoop. And she has a chance at a three-point play as J.C. Reeves fouled her. Rachel now with her career high of 8 and now 9 as she completes the three-point play. Final minute of the third quarter, Dragons with a 31-point edge, 53-22. Bridgman across the top, takes it to the left side, clears it out top to McGowan at the top of the key. Slides it to the right side, down the right side of the lane, explodes to the basket and draws a foul. And this will be Anna Ackerman's 4th. As Ackerman got her with the body on the way to the basket. So McGowan with 9 points to the line, looking to become the 2nd Trojan in double figures. Fouls are starting to mount. Chicago Wheel Watson is on the Newcastle bench with 4. Anna Ackerman and Addie Jones are both playing with 4 for New Palestine. Emma Hart has 3 for Newcastle. McGowan makes the first, misses the second. Addie Jones with the rebound. She'll take it to the free throw line. Clear it out to Elena Miller. 18-foot baseline jumper, no good. Anna Ackerman with a rebound. Back out to Rachel Kelly. She'll clear to Jones between the circles with 12. Back to Kelly left side into the corner to Ackerman. With 7 seconds, Ackerman feeds Kelly top of the key, drives right side of the lane, and travel. Like she was maybe looking for contact and didn't get what she was looking for, forced her off balance. So Newcastle will take over 3 seconds left in the quarter. That is the Dragons' 10th turnover. We'll get it to McGowan. She'll launch a three-quarter court shot that is off the side of the backboard, no good. And that's how the third quarter will end. Dragons add 19 points to their total. Newcastle adds 10. The Dragons lead at 53-23 going into the final 8 minutes. We're going to take a break, come back right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewBellRadio.com.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
Fourth quarter action beginning at the Dragons' Den. New Palestine leading Newcastle 53-23. Three Dragons in double figures. Isabella Gizzi with 13, Anna Ackerman with 11, and Addie Jones with 10. And Rachel Kelly just outside that with 9. Newcastle in possession. Emma Hart was in a little bit of trouble but was able to get out of it. Bounces to Watson, who's checked back into the game. Right block. Hooks it out into the corner to Mackenzie Bridgman, who dribbled the ball out of bounds. So this will be Dragon possession, 22nd Newcastle turnover. Isabella Gizzi back in the game. We'll bring it up, push it up to Kelly on the left wing. Back to Corinne Marshall. She'll launch a three, top of the key. It's off the front of the rim, no good. But Gizzi gets the long rebound, launches a 17-footer, and scores her 15th point. Lead up to 32 for the Dragons. 7:25 to go. There's Watson facing up Hensel. Puts up a shot, can't get it to go, and Hensel is going to be called for a foul. Faye thought she was straight up, but was not vertical enough for the officials' liking. And so Sakaga Watson back to the line. She's 5 of 9 from the stripe, has 11 points. Playing with 4 fouls. She missed a substantial part of the third quarter because of that. She banks in the free throw. Watson has a very unusual free throw stroke as she aims for the backboard and to bank it in, and it has been successful for her. And she banks both of these as well. She's got 13 points. It's 55-25. Isabella Gizzi across midcourt. Feeds Rachel Kelly on the left side. She'll use Corinne Marshall's screen. Pick and roll with Marshall. She scores. Corinne scores her first 2 off the feed from Rachel Kelly on a nice little pick and roll on the left side. The Dragon lead back up to 32 at 57-25. Emma Hart across the top. Kelly guarding her, hands off to McGowan, who looks surprised to get the ball. McGowan launches a 3 from the right side, knew it was no good, chased it down, got her own rebound, scored, and drew the foul on Isabella Gizzi. Good hustle by McGowan. She knew the shot wasn't going to go the second it left her hand, and she was dive bombing for the rebound. And the shooter often knows where the ball's going before anybody else does. And she got to it, scored, and drew the foul. She has a 3-point play opportunity. That's her 12th point, and now her 13th as she knocks down the free throw. The foul on Gizzi was her 3rd. Dragons push it up. Kelly feeds it back out top to Grace Marshall, who just replaced her sister in the New Palestine lineup. Working back around to Kelly, to Elena Miller, left block, takes it to the middle, has her shot recycled by Watson, but the loose ball comes to Hensel. Back out to Gizzi. She knocks down a 3. Isabella Gizzi's got 18, including 5 here in the fourth quarter, and it's 60-28. Offensive rebounds and second chance points again proving fruitful for the Dragons. Watson tries to bounce it underneath to McGowan, but it's picked off. Good awareness by Gizzi, and she's able to pass out of a triple team. Dragons have numbers. Elena Miller up to Kelly. She scores. Rachel Kelly from the right block had some trouble handling that pass from Miller, but once she found it, she was in perfect position to go off the window and in. 4th Dragon in double figures. She's got 11. Watson tries to spin one down the right side, and it spins out. Here's a feed ahead. Gizzi to Kelly up the right side. Scoop shot won't go. Elena Miller fighting for the rebound. Comes back to Kelly, and she'll put up a short jumper and score. Rachel Kelly's got 13, and the lead is 64-28. Newcastle with possession. Watson hands off to McGowan, tries the left side, loses the handle. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons, and Newcastle wants a 30-second timeout, so we'll take 1-2. 5:27 to go in the ballgame. Dragons lead at 64-28. This is Dragon Basketball. This is newpalradio.com.
Pork Vet Solutions is the best veterinary choice for your swine operation. Our 2 doctors, Matt Ackerman and Dylan Lape, can help you position your pork production system for the 21st century. We provide veterinary and consulting services, herd visits, preventive medicine, and more. Pork Vet Solutions is licensed and accredited in 8 states. Reach us online at porkvet.com or call 623-5132. That's porkvet.com or 623-5132. Pork Vet Solutions, literally saving your bacon each and every day.
You're listening to The Dragons on newpalradio.com.
5:27 to go on the ball game. The New Palestine Dragons leading the Castle Trojans 64-28. Trojans will have possession coming out of a timeout. 4 Dragons in double figures tonight as they've spread the scoring around and again gotten some good contributions off the bench. It's a feed inside, tipped and stolen by Elena Miller, but stolen right back by Watson. She drives, and Faith Hensel fouled her. Faith was trying to block the shot and instead commits her 3rd foul, and this will send Watson to the free throw line. She's 7 of 11, has 13 points. Her first free throw, again off the window and in. It's been a long time since we've seen a high school player whose free throw strategy is to bank it. And Watson has been very successful. She's hit 5 in a row. All off the window. This one hits the back of the rim and skips off. Dragons with a rebound. Gizzy up the left side, drives, offensive foul. Isabella's got 4. Newcastle, that's at least the 4th charge they've taken tonight. And Gizzy and Ackerman and Jones now all have 4 fouls for New Palestine. McGowan across the top, takes it to the left side, pitches out. We have a whistle and a foul on the floor, and that's the 7th team foul on New Palestine. Actually, it's more than that. If that's Gizzy, that is her 5th, that is. So Isabella just fouled out with 18 points. That's 3 shy of her career high. And so they will bring whom? I think they're waiting. It looks like Chloe Patterson's at the table, and Anna Ackerman will replace Isabella Gizzy. And I think they will make Patterson, actually they'll allow everybody to come in. Patterson will come in as well for Faith Hensel. And Chloe Vaughn will also check in for Newcastle. So Gizzy fouls out with 18 points. Again, 3 shy of her career high. That is her season high. And McGowan to the line for 2, and she hits the first. That was the 10th team foul, so Newcastle will be in the double bonus the rest of the night. The Trojans have 30 points. And now 31, and 19 of the 31 have come from the foul line. As McGowan hits both, she's got 15. Dragons in possession. Grace Marshall up the right side, explodes to the hoop and scores the right hand. Drive from the top of the key down the right side. She scores her 3rd point at 66-31. Newcastle's Bridgman bounces top of the key. Watson drives the left side, has the ball knocked free by Kelly out of bounds. Last touch by Watson. That'll be turnover number 24 as it goes out of bounds to New Palestine. Ava Stearns back in for Newcastle, replacing J.C. Reeves. 4:40 to go. Rachel Kelly will bring it up for New Palestine. Feeds Elena Miller on the right side. Patterson comes out to set a screen for her. They'll work it through Ackerman to Kelly in the left wing. She'll bring it to the free throw line, pitch it out to Elena Miller, launches a 19-footer. It's around and no good. Patterson with the offensive rebound, clears it back out to Ackerman. To Grace Marshall, right baseline, takes one dribble, dumps it into the post to Patterson. She's in a double team, feeds it out to Kelly. Her 18-footer is good. Rachel Kelly with 15 points, and the Dragons are up by 37, their biggest lead of the night. This is their season high in points. Here's a drive by McGowan. She scores. She's got a 3-point play opportunity. And let's see, the foul is on.
Basket's good by McGowan. She'll have one shot.
And it's on Chloe Patterson. That's her 3rd. McGowan's got 18 now as she hits the free throw. And Whitney Miller will check in. She replaces Grace Marshall for the Dragons. 4 minutes to go. Dragons have doubled up Newcastle at 68-34. Elena Miller with it on the right wing. Feeds Ackerman back to the left side to Whitney Miller. Takes a couple of dribbles. Working around to Kelly, left wing. Pulls up the free throw line, clears it out to Elena Miller. Takes a couple of dribbles and clears back to Patterson, left side. Dribbles to the free throw line, clears it out to Kelly. She wants three, why not? Shot won't go. Rebound cleared by Ackerman to Whitney Miller. She drives, can't get the shot to go, and the rebound pulled out by McGowan of Newcastle. She'll dribble it the other way, feed it to Watson, right block. Turnaround shot blocked by Patterson, but McGowan collects the rebound and scores her 20th point. And we have a whistle and a traveling violation on the Dragons in the backcourt. A couple of substitutions. Morley Blessinger comes back in for Newcastle, and Grace Marshall, or Corinne Marshall, I should say, is in for New Palestine. It's the most points the Dragons have scored since January 28th when they lost to Lawrence Central 75-69. Still a little bit of time remaining in this one. 3:10. It's a 68-36 game. McGowan, right corner, loses the handle. It's loose on the floor. Jump ball called. It's Dragon possession. Chloe Patterson will get credit for the steal, and Newcastle will be charged with the 25th turnover. Elena Miller to bring it up for the Dragons as the clock ticks inside 3 minutes. Elena to the left side, feeds it into the corner to Corinne Marshall. She'll bring it up top to Allie Blum, who's checked into the game. They'll work it back around to Elena Miller, left side. Takes a couple of dribbles to the top of the key. Now they'll work it around to Blum. She'll explode, launch an off-balance 14-footer, no good. Whitney Miller with a rebound, reverse layup, good. Whitney's got her first two of the night. It's 70-36. 2.5 minutes to go in this one. Newcastle in possession. McGowan down the left side. Puts up a runner, won't go. Allie Blum with a rebound. Allie will push it up the court. Up the right side into the front court. Feeds Patterson. Right baseline. Tried to split a double team. It was knocked free, but she was fouled. That's why it was knocked free. The foul on Morley Blessinger's her first. And so this will send Chloe Patterson to the line for a one and bonuses. That's the 7th Newcastle team foul. Dragons have eclipsed 70 points for the first time since December 10th of last year when they beat Shelbyville 76-35. Chloe's got 2 on the night and still has 2 as she misses the free throw. And the rebound pulled out of there by McGowan of Newcastle. McGowan guarded by Elena Miller. Behind the back dribble, explodes down the lane, puts up a wild runner that won't go. And she draws foul. Newcastle's offense has pretty much devolved to McGowan putting her head down and going to the basket, and it has paid off for them as she's been able to get herself to the line a lot. She is 10 out of 12 from the stripe in this game. Misses this one off the front of the rim. McGowan with 20 points leads all scorers tonight. And she missed them both. Chloe Patterson with a rebound for New Palestine. Ahead, Elena Miller pushes it up the right side to Whitney Miller. Reverse layup off the bottom of the backboard. She was just a little too far into the hoop to get that one off. Newcastle with possession. Bridgman at the top of the key, guarded by Blum. Feeds into the corner. A shot blocked out of bounds by Chloe Patterson from the hand of Ava Stearns. So Newcastle will maintain possession. 1:47 to go in the ball game. Dragons are going to move to 4-2 on the year, and more importantly, 1-0 in the conference. Now we have a whistle. And a foul was called on Whitney Miller. It is a 34-point game, and we're calling minimal contact away from the ball. And actually, they called Chloe Patterson, and that's her 5th. So Chloe fouls out with 2 points, and Addie Jones will replace her. So this will send Chloe Vaughn to the line for 2. And the first free throw's off the back of the rim, no good. Because the Dragons are over the double bonus limit, she'll have one more coming. Corinne Marshall was more than eager to grab that rebound. So one more shot coming for Vaughn as she looks to become the 4th Trojan in the scorebook in this game. McGowan's got 20, Watson's got 14, and Blessinger has 2. And she missed both free throws. Rebound to Corinne Marshall. Dragons quickly push it up to Allie Blum. Now to Addie Jones. Right down Main Street she scores. Addie's got 12. That's 2 off her career high, and the Dragons again doubling up the Trojans. Here's a drive up the right side by Bridgman, and she is fouled. And so we'll shoot more free throws with 90 seconds to go in the game. This is Corinne Marshall's first. It's Bridgman to the line to shoot a pair. She's 0 for 1 tonight. Her first free throw is around and no good. Newcastle 20 of 33, now 20 of 34 from the line as Bridgman misses both. Dragons with possession off the rebound. Miller feeds Allie Blum. She has an open 17-footer and knocks it down. All 11 have played. All 11 have scored. Allie Blum, her first 2 varsity points. Watson inside, faced up by Marshall, and she is able to turn and shoot over her and score her 15th, make that 16th point. 74-38. 1:03 to go. Allie Blum feeds Corinne Marshall to the left side. Elena Miller, open 3, is around to no good. Corinne Marshall with a rebound, dumps it underneath to Whitney Miller, who scores. Whitney's got 4. 76-38, the Dragons lead. McGowan, top of the key, drives left side, hooks it into the corner of Bridgman. Her shot, her three-pointer, was blocked by Addie Jones. Whitney Miller with the rebound, ahead to Blum, up the left side. She's a little too strong with the open layup. Addie Jones clears up the rebound and scores. Addie ties her career high with her 14th point, and it's 78-38. Bridgman to the right block. Her pass is picked off by Whitney Miller. Whitney is able to outlet it to Addie Jones. 20 seconds to go. Addie ahead to Allie Blum. Underneath to Whitney Miller. Wide open. Misses the open layup. Corinne Marshall collects the rebound. She can't get it to go either. The Dragons unable to get to 80. But Whitney Miller picks off a pass. Whitney will dribble it back out top and will dribble out the remainder of the clock. The New Palestine Dragons win this one 78-38 tonight. New Palestine moves to 1-0 in conference play and 4-2 overall. Newcastle falls to 0-1, both overall and in conference. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the D&D Strictly Storage Best Insight Family Eye Care post-game show. That comes up right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com. Our broadcast is always presented by All-Star Turf Management.
With a former Dragon star in Bloomington, all eyes should be on the Hoosiers football program this year. HoosierHuddle.com is a free and independent site that has covered the football team since 2013. They provide roster analysis, player profiles, interviews, game previews, wrap-ups, and more. You can follow them on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle or visit HoosierHuddle.com to keep up with your in-state favorites. All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habig, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
It's a happy D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care postgame show as the Dragons knock off the Newcastle Trojans 78-38 tonight. The Dragons with 4 double-figure scorers this evening. They are led in scoring by Isabella Gizzi, who tallied 18 points tonight. Isabella with 7 field goals, 2 of them threes. She was 2 of 2 from the line. Rachel Kelly had a career high with 15. She had 6 field goals, 1 of them a 3. She was 2 for 3 from the line. Addie Jones tied her career high with 11. Addie with 6 field goals, 1 of them a 3. Make that 14. 6 field goals, 1 of them a 3. She was also 1 of 1 from the line. Anna Ackerman had 11 tonight. She had 2 field goals, 1 of them a 3. She was 6 of 6 from the stripe. Elena Miller had 5, 2 baskets. She was 1 of 2 from the line. Whitney Miller had a pair of field goals for 4. Grace Marshall had a basket. She was 1 of 2 from the line for 3. Faith Hensel, Allie Blum, Corinne Marshall, and Chloe Patterson all had a field goal for 2 each. Chloe was also 0 for 1 from the line. Dragons with 30 field goals. That is a season high. 5 of them threes. They were 13 of 16 from the line. They turned the ball over 12 times. Newcastle had 3 players who scored out of the 9 who played. Michaela McGowan led the way with 20. She had 5 field goals, and she was 10 out of 14 from the line. Sakagawea Watson had 16 tonight. She had 4 field goals, and she was 8 of 12 from the line. Mackenzie Bridgman was 0 for 3 from the line. Chloe Vaughn was 0 for 2. Emma Hart, Ava Stearns, and J.C. Reeves also played but did not score. 9 field goals for Newcastle. They were 20 of 34 from the line. They did not hit a 3. Dragons led at 17-2 after a quarter. Outscored the Trojans 17-11 in the second to take a 34-13 halftime lead. Extended it to 53-23 after 3 on the backs of a 19-10 third quarter. And the 25 in the fourth quarter, that's a season high for points in a quarter, gives the Dragons a 78-38 victory. They allowed 15 in the fourth quarter. The Dragons also with 44 points in the second half. That is also a season high for points in a half. There are 30 field goals, also a season high. And their free throw percentage at 13 of 16, also a season best tonight. And 4 players in double figures. That's the first time that's happened since the victory over Perry Meridian last December 21st, when Jordan Reed, Isabella Gizzi, Faith Hensel, and Michaela Jones all scored in double figures. Most points for the Dragons since they scored 86 against Lawrence Central back in 2019, January 22nd, 2019 as well. So they were just close, missed a couple open shots that would have given them 80 for the first time since that date as well. But it is a victory, 78-38, the Dragons victorious over the Newcastle Trojans. Take a look at what else has transpired and is transpiring in the conference. Do not have a score from the Greenfield Central Chittard game. Yorktown was trailing early, but after 3, they lead Lapel 56-41. And boys basketball, Mount Vernon has knocked off Decatur Central 81-51. And so that will do it for us this evening. The Dragons victorious 78-38 over the new Castle Trojans from the Dragons' Den this evening. The Dragons now move to 4-2 on the season. They're 1-0 in conference play. The next game for the Dragons will be Saturday at Delta, 2:30, varsity only. There will be no JV game Saturday. The Dragons at Delta. And that kicks off a 7-game road swing for New Palestine. They'll be at Shelbyville on December 8th, Greenfield Central on December 10th, Mount Vernon on the 15th, Franklin Central on the 17th, and then 2 games at the Greensburg tournament on December 30th before returning home and finally getting the white uniforms back out on January 2nd when the Dragons take on the Yorktown Tigers. That'll be a noon JV 1:30 varsity tip-off. That'll be our next girls basketball broadcast on the YouTube feed and on newpalradio.com. January 2nd, the Dragons against the Yorktown Tigers at 1:30 p.m. Our next boys basketball broadcast right now is scheduled for Saturday when the Dragons take on the Rushville Lions. That'll be a 7:30 game, and that will be radio only on newpalradio.com. Saturday, the Dragon boys basketball team against Rushville. There is a chance we might have a game on Friday. The athletic directors, Al Cooper and Jeff Wright, have been feverishly working to see if we can find a replacement game for the game that was scheduled against Eastern Hancock that had to be postponed. So as of now, our next broadcast is Saturday night when the Dragon boys basketball team takes on the Rushville Lions. 7:30, Mike Petrie will join me for the call from Memorial Gym for that one. Our next video broadcast on the YouTube page will be on Saturday, the 12th of December, when the Richmond Red Devils come to the Dragons' Den for boys basketball. Again, next Saturday, December 12th. Our next girls basketball broadcast will be January 2nd, again on the YouTube page and on newpalradio.com, where the Dragons take on the Yorktown Tigers. 1:30 tip-off for that one. Want to thank you for watching and listening tonight. This is Andrew Smith saying good night. God bless you. So long, everybody. Our final score again, New Palestine 78, Newcastle 38. And this has been a presentation of the Crosscom Sports Network in partnership with New Palestine High School Athletics and newpalradio.com.
Thank you for listening to Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com. Tonight's game was brought to you by All-Star Turf Management, D&D Strictly Storage, Best in Sight Family Eye Care, Pork Vet Solutions, Hoosier Huddle, Real Life Church, and Catch the Shot Photography. Thanks for listening. Join us next time for more Dragon action.